What the fuck?
Welcome back, guys. We just got done watching Malignant, and what the fuck was that?
There's no other way to put it.
I I think my brain was just.
I feel like I just tripped really hard, but like obviously no drugs were involved. Like literally just a full mind trip.
I have no clue what the fuck we just watched.
A mind-blowing experience.
Expecting a horror movie, but it turned out to be like The
I'm pretty sure
Matrix.
we just watched John Wick 4 real quick.
I think so. I think it was John Wick, The Matrix. Like, I have no clue what the fuck we just watched.
It's a rave.
Oh shit!
Where'd it go? Where'd the lights go?
It was Malignant, dude.
All right, so for what I can say about the movie, it wasn't bad, but it was bad. But it was so bad, it was a good experience. It was like something you could literally just watch and you just laugh at. Like you can tell it. I don't even know if they were trying for it. I think they might have been trying for it to be scary, but it was just so terrible. It was good.
So to kind of explain what was going on here, it just followed a woman who seemed to be having visions of this killer, and she would always appear there when he was killing someone, and like it was like really trippy. And I honestly, I have no clue. I feel like there was a million different things happening at once, and it just changed. Like there's literally three parts. The beginning, the middle, and the end were just so different, and the end part was just like, what the fuck? And it's that's not a bad what the fuck. It was cool, but it's not what we expected.
It was also laughing. A lot of laughing going on.
Yeah, I would say a lot of more laughing than being scared.
Yeah. Like it started off strong. There was a little bit of creepiness to it. Like you could feel like it seemed like some paranormal stuff was going on. You had zero idea where this movie was gonna go. And then just in the third act, it just switches up real quick, just in this like a literal snap. It is a completely different movie. It turns into a killing montage, a murder mystery at the same time. But like at this point, you know everything's going on, but it's also still adding on to what you know that's going on. It is so mind blowing of an experience. It was quite the time.
I also really did like I like the story they was going for. I really like the whole like psychiatric hospital kind of spooky thing. Like I really like that. I don't know. I just felt like if it was more of a horror movie towards like that instead of like an action movie. Also, why the hell was your action movie music before like that end scene? Like that was an action scene, but like
all the transition scenes were just there's a slight back action music in the background. Like it's literally just someone driving to a hospital, like the psychiatric ward, and it just
it was loud for no reason too. I feel like it was blaring. I have no clue, but yeah, I really like that whole psychiatric hospital thing, and also I think we really enjoyed like some of the camera work where they had that aerial view of her running upstairs to her room, and it was really cool looking.
I was really vibing with that. That was a really nice piece. It just made you like you could see her running through every single part of the house, and it was but like if you're going over a 2-story part of the house, you can see the upstairs, and she like disappears for a second, and she comes back out on the other. It was a really cool piece, a really cool touch to it.
And I also forgot to mention to you yesterday, I feel like it was always raining the whole time. Was it raining the whole time? I don't know.
Whenever Malignant was up to no good,
yeah,
it'd be raining.
Yeah, so we just realized that the movie was based in Seattle, and obviously they're famous for raining in Seattle a lot. So I'm just dumb. Yeah.
Rain, go. Obviously, we're not like movie critiquing professionals, but like the acting in this movie at some parts was kind of bad. Like I think the sister, I don't know much about acting, but that was some goddamn terrible acting. That was some stale ass line delivery, and just there was like zero emotion in her character when she was trying it, when she had to give emotion. I think the main character, she had like times where it was like a little cringy, like what she was trying to do, but like also at times she was good. I think the main detective, he was pretty solid. I liked him a lot. I liked his character a lot. He's kind of a fuckboy for a little bit of it.
Yeah, what the hell? We never got to find out if he was doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, he just got a fucking shot through the heart with a fucking trophy. It's wild. But he had like he had like a love triangle going on with like this random detective for literally zero reason. There was zero character payoff to it. It was just to keep that character in the movie for no guy. It was like to try to give emotion to her for no reason because she like came in danger at one point later in the movie. But like that was like the only purpose she had really. And then for some reason he had a love with his sister, but like literally zero payoff. It was quite literally pointless. It was kind of confusing with that character arc going on, with the story they were trying to tell. Riffed off each other.
So the killings in this movie, it was very, I guess you'd say slasher like, and definitely in the beginning, it was more like slasher and horror like. But at the end, it was like The Matrix and doing flips and shit like that, backflips. But there was still a lot of blood and gore, which was
Zooming
cool.
around rooms, doing
I,
absolute whack shit around
I
rooms.
don't even think this review is completely negative because I guess I would say it's like a fun movie.
It's a very enjoyable watch. It's not a good actual movie, but as a watch, like like it's like a roller coaster ride, that type of experience. Like you're just there living it. Like, oh my god, what in the world is happening right now? This is insane.
Basically, a movie you can laugh with, even though you're not supposed to laugh really at this because it's a horror movie. You're supposed to be scared, but it's
It's
a good
very
movie to
fun.
watch with friends. But
Just to have a good time.
very bloody. The kills were, they were. I would say they're all right. They were.
I mean,
They're.
I like little stabby. They showed like some of the stabby stab.
I thought it was funny how like the arms were inverted and they were just like he was
Oh.
like poking them with the fucking thing and just do
Yeah.
like that.
Stab, stab.
Very bloody and very I'd say gruesome because one guy's neck got snapped and I think the other
Oh,
guy was like poked in the
flames.
eye in the face or whatever.
He literally had a sharpened trophy shoved through his face multiple times, his entire body. And then when it turned to the action scene, Gabriel, who's the villain, I guess technically the malignant, whatever the disease, the parasite in her head, he was going on X Games mode, killing people. He was breaking arms left and right, snapping necks, flinging people around rooms. He was just absolutely insane with the kills. But it was showing like there was bones popping out of arms, there was necks being snapped, there was faces being ripped off. It was an insane time for blood and gore.
Basically going God mode. But
No,
when we kind of find out how the whole killer is revealed, I thought it was pretty. It was pretty.
it was unique.
Yeah, it's different.
The entire movie they're like building it up as like a demon the whole time, like the whole time you're building up like you just thought it was like a presence that was haunting her, and like because she's like there seeing all the murders happening. It's not her doing the murders, but at the end it's revealed that it's her body doing the murders because the parasite's in her and it just takes over her head and makes her see other things, but it's her the whole time killing people. She just doesn't know because there's a person in the back of her head that can control her body. Insane. It was an insane way of explaining this villain, but I thought it was unique and pretty refreshing and cool.
Yeah, it basically like locks her out, and she's like mentally, I guess, not there, but she's there when she's watching the killings of herself. But it's really not her doing it, but it's her body. Um, but yeah, I thought it was a very. I honestly have no idea how to explain this movie.
It's just such a mind fuck for the whole thing.
I didn't know what to expect going into it, other than I kind of like that this is an original story by James Wan, and I feel like most people in the horror community do like James Wan because he's a part of the Conjuring 1 and 2, the Insidious franchise.
Right
Yeah,
now.
part of the biggest franchises. But yeah, we didn't know what to expect, and I don't know if I would say it exceeded our expectations or.
I mean, it definitely didn't. It was not what we. It wasn't what we were expecting. We can say
Yeah.
that. Not even close to what we were expecting for a movie.
I pretty much think that's it. Johnny, do you have any final thoughts of what you thought?
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that like it's like a very generic movie. I mean, I didn't really get that feel. I thought it was a pretty unique story. It was just a really good experience overall. That's pretty much all you can say about the movie. It was just a fun time.
I don't.
But
Yeah.
like you laugh at the movie. It's not like it's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? But like,
I don't see how people say this is generic because I feel like it was totally weird,
Mhm.
and total different ways they tried to mash like 5 different genres into one: thriller, horror, comedy, almost kinda. They had a couple jokes, but I feel like some of them weren't intentional because we were just laughing at the kills or whatever.
how
Um,
ridiculous the movie got.
yeah,
I think the dynamic with the whole family thing and the whole blood bond thing, that was kind of cringe at the end. But I mean, It's very funny to laugh at.
So overall, I thought it was a pretty interesting movie. I think we can both agree to that. And I guess we would recommend it if you're bored and have nothing to watch. But other than that, I don't know what the what the what the fuck, Gabriel? Is that you? You coming to haunt me after I trash your movie? Is that the guy from Fortnite?